There we go.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we are.
Good.
Yeah, I was actually listening to our podcasts a bunch on the
I don't
way
know how
in.
you do that.
What's that?
I don't know how you do that.
Well, it's just whatever, just however you feel about it. I do it by feeling the opposite way.
Yeah.
Like whatever it is, whatever you feel.
It's worked out great for you so far.
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you what I can't do. I can't watch the C Team,
Interesting.
right?
Yeah.
I can listen to this no problem because it's not intentional. In fact, I can only listen to I have tried to listen to it because I think that there's probably some value in it,
Mm-hmm.
but I can only get a couple minutes in.
To the C Team?
I just hate myself. Like whoever that is.
I hate that person.
Yeah, I
hate
see
what he's
this
doing.
Yeah, exactly. I see this other version of myself and I want to kill them. Like
Mhm.
I feel like I'm looking at the screen. It's like it's as our primitive forebears must have felt
Yeah.
when they looked at a reflection in a river or something. It's like, who is this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who is this? Who is this creature?
Why has it captured my spirit?
Exactly, this changeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It must be driven out. And so that's how I feel when I watch the tiny version of myself on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But the podcast is different because we're just talking about stuff. But
We should do that.
actually, now that I'm talking about us talking about stuff, it's actually getting weirder. Like it's things are getting more surreal at this
It's
moment.
like a riddle wrapped in a chimichanga.
No, wrapped in prosciutto.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like go upmarket.
Right.
No, one thing was I was yelling about Ultra Magnus, and then the one before that I was talking about the writing in Andromeda, and I never ended up writing that other post that I wanted to write. I need to do that, even though Andromeda is not really the thing anymore.
I'm not sure it was ever the thing.
Well, it's definitely a thing for some people. It's a thing for a lot of people. I haven't been able to get back in there. Part of it is my computer got fucked up in the middle of it. I actually had to replace some shit in there.
Oh.
But
It was so bad that it actually melted components.
no, I don't think that was it.
Oh.
But yeah, I was not able to get back in there and push on it anymore. And usually I can make that happen.
Yeah.
But should I? I don't know.
No.
Well, I know how you feel.
Oh, that was rhetorical?
Yeah, this is just an opportunity for me to talk to myself.
I understand. Okay.
I appreciate you being here,
Yeah.
obviously. But
That's what I realized that so when I was playing golf with my dad, he would get mad because I wouldn't talk to people. And so one of
when
the
you were
tricks,
younger?
Yeah.
Oh,
one of the tricks
no.
that I would do is I would just one of the ways I figured out how to have a conversation was to repeat the things that they said
Yeah.
because they just wanted to talk.
Yeah, it's reflective listening.
Yeah, so if they were like, "Oh man, my cousin got eaten by a shark," I'd be like, "Oh, sharks. Don't want them to eat cousins." Like all you do is like repeat.
But this is the funny thing, right? Is that having developed that skill, think about how many times in the strip we've used that type of linguistic reconfiguration
Yeah.
to produce.
It's the same thing, yeah.
It is exactly the same.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add, and I don't really want to be here. So I just take what they've said and then I sort of repeat it back to them so they can continue talking.
Yeah, I can see that too. It's just, but it's so funny, right? Is that, I mean, now I know. Now I'm in a position to know, what your dad was trying to do.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, social skills are important on the golf course and in life. It's like...
Well, yeah, learning to talk to people. I don't blame him for trying to teach me that.
It's super valuable, but you have to wonder about the efficacy of like yelling at a person to make them talk to people. Like, I feel like just as a as a system, that's got some challenges.
Well, and it wasn't even like something that I just wasn't wired to do it. Like it's not like you could yell me into it, right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Some of that stuff just has to develop, and also, if there had been someone there who was more like you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm playing with grown men, like these 40-year-old men.
Yeah, they have never said anything I found interesting.
No, I'm 40 now. I still don't like them.
Yeah, it's the same. That cadre.
Yeah, they're gross.
I got no use for it. You should definitely later on. I want to show you Has Been Heroes on the Switch. It's on other systems too.
Mm-hmm.
But holy ass!
Now, see, I heard that it was bad.
Well, I had heard the same thing. I mean, I completely understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I read much the same thing. I had seen it at South and been intrigued by it. That was the first time I ever saw the Switch.
Uh-huh.
And there's going to be things about it and there's a reason I say, hey, you need to check it out, but I haven't said, hey, go buy it.
Sure.
Because I know what the result will be.
Yeah.
Fear and rage.
But if you want to show me an interesting mechanic,
this is what I'm talking about.
I will look at that.
Yeah. So the main hook, like the real core of the gameplay. So it has roguelike-y type stuff.
Roguelick.
Yeah. Roguelike. But it has those sorts of interactions in there, insofar as you're unlocking spells, and there's a sort of behind the scenes progression mechanic, and there's other heroes you can unlock and that type of stuff. But at root, you have a 3-person party, and the weird part of it, the exciting part, at least for me, is I've never seen anything quite like this combat except for in Thornwatch.
Really?
Yeah. So think about the momentum track, how damage at the end of the day for enemies, damage is really about how far you're able to push them in chronological.
It's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this has that component like right in your face.
Sons of bitches.
So no, it's a little bit different because they have traditional HP as well.
Okay.
But the whole combat engine is really about trying to juggle opponents and get them out of your face. So imagine that there are 3 lanes, right? I suspect that each platform names them slightly differently, and they are sort of mapped to the face buttons.
Okay.
The far right button is attack for any of the lanes you've selected with the left 3 buttons, top, middle, bottom.
Okay, so you pick a lane and then you say hit?
Exactly, and your hero is in that lane. Right now, the heroes that you start out with there's like a warrior dude and a wizard dude and a rogue, right?
Okay.
So the way that they get some really interesting mechanical complexity is that enemies have stamina and HP. Stamina is what they use to block your attacks. The warrior slices 1 time, the wizard attacks twice, and the rogue attacks 3 times.
Okay.
Right? Different levels of damage. It isn't about damage, it's about how many hits. Each hit subtracts 1 stamina from an enemy. Once the stamina is depleted, then you start attacking health.
Okay.
Right? So you want to match people so that they are attacking an opponent and you're getting their stamina down to 0. So if I have, let's say an enemy has 3 stamina, or has 2 stamina points, and I attack them with my rogue that deals 3 attacks. I'm going to hit twice and get rid of the stamina. Then I'm going to attack their health. What you want to do is attack that person with the wizard, because if I reduce your stamina to 0 but don't attack your health, that enemy goes into a stunned state. Then I want to swap one of my other heroes into that lane that's fresh and have them dump their entire attack directly on health. And if I do that, they get knocked way the fuck back, like to the end of the screen, fucking way out of there. Now, it's suboptimal, but if I just need to get somebody out of my face, yeah, I can dump some attacks into them, do a little bit of damage, and just get them and just bounce them back about halfway. But what I really want to do is be matching the right number of attacks so that we strip the stamina, swap somebody else in, and then just nail them because they take way more damage and they get knocked way, way out in the back. So think about what that means for a boss fight, where this boss needs tons and tons of hits to get rid of stamina. So everybody's coming in, just like in Thornwatch.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming in to knock them way, way back, and then somebody comes in for that final hit. It feels so good. It's all about just trying to set up these cool inter-character combos.
Sounds good.
Oh man, it's neat as shit. It's definitely
Why
something
is it getting shit on?
Because it's hard as hell.
Oh, it's super hard. Oh, it's a roguelick.
Yeah. It's hard as fucking hell.
Okay.
And that, like I say, that balancing, that juggling thing, they try to explain it, but there's the onboarding here could be much better.
Okay.
But knowing what I've just told you, and then going through the tips that it has, there is something really, really neat there. And it's the experience is perfect for I've run my Switch battery down twice playing it over 1 weekend.
Just Has-Been Heroes? Wow. Okay.
Right? I mean, it's not hard to charge it. It's not hard to plug it in, but I have taken it, I've, hidden somewhere in the house. That's the other thing about the Switch.
You can go somewhere with it.
Yeah, exactly. And you want to.
Yeah.
That bed gaming.
Yeah, you're a Switch gamer now. There might be a comic in that you finally have one.
Oh yeah, there is definitely some juice there.
I love it. I think it's one of my favorite consoles ever.
Oh yeah, it jumped right to the head of the class.
Yeah.
Dude, we're not even listen. The crazy shit. Mario Kart is badass.
You know what was fun about that last night is, we were laying on the couch. Kara was playing games on her phone. We're watching Shark Tank. I'm playing Mario. And you and I are playing together, but because there's no voice, and you don't really need it for Mario Kart.
No.
I'm just watching TV and playing games with you. I don't know.
It's not isolated.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. No, I had a great time. And the different modes keep it so fresh. And
Yeah,
those arenas are out of control.
Shine Thief is fun. I really like the.
Well, you liked
runner.
Oddball, right?
What's that?
You always liked Oddball.
Yeah, it's Oddball. But I think that the police officer one, I can't remember what they call it, Renegades or something like that, where one team plays as like the criminals and one team is like the police officers.
Cops and robbers.
Cops and robbers.
It is fucking kick ass.
Yeah.
That team-based mode is kick ass.
It is.
Cooperative racing. Like,
yeah.
Where is it?
You're trying to slide across that switch to let your guys out of jail.
It's fucking awesome.
It's fun.
Right? That's the thing, is that Nintendo doesn't care. And if anybody else did that, it'd be like, okay, now everybody's going to play as the other team.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's fair. Right. Like, they don't give a shit. We're just playing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. None of it's fair.
No, it's all nonsense.
It's all horseshit. Yeah.
No, it was lovely.
Probably something in that. There might be something in this World War II Call of Duty, too. Call of Duty also. No?
I don't think so.
I'm excited for it to go back.
Oh, yeah? You're ready for the return?
Yeah. I mean, they're talking about a Normandy scene. Like,
yeah, what does that look like?
What does that look like today?
What does that look like on the next-gen shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the funny, like, zombies are a really big deal to people. Or I get the impression that it's a really big deal, that a lot of people like it. Like, I've played it like 3 times.
It never clicked for me.
There's a whole game in there that I don't even...
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's included.
It's there. Somebody loves it. It was never for me.
It's free. It's got rich lore.
I mean, I can remember when we were in that apartment, like in the 90s, right? Fucking playing all these World War II shooters.
Oh, yeah.
Medal of Honor.
Well, the big one... What's funny is that the biggest one for us was probably the most broken, which was Moha.
Oh, Moha, yeah.
Like, it was so busted that the release version of the game allowed you to use console cheats in multiplayer.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And lag was
horrible.
Filthy.
God, we played it a ton, though.
Oh, God, we played it because the feeling was so good.
Yeah.
It had a rad Garand.
Yeah, that ping.
Yeah, it had a rad Garand. It had the number of maps was very small.
Yeah. And one of them was unplayable. What was it was
Omaha Beach.
Omaha Beach. That's what we called it.
It was a challenge.
Yeah.
Because it was not... There was not I guess maybe they were making a philosophical point by saying it wasn't balanced.
It wasn't balanced. Yeah, it was definitely that favored the Nazi side.
Yeah.
And
that was my experience.
Right.
But holy shit. They basically founded that cinematic shooter thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what led... That was 2015. That's what led to the foundation of Infinity Ward.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they did some cool stuff for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're looking at... Got lions.
Oh, yeah, we did get the Black Lion.
Yeah,
Kara was able to find it at a Toys R Us.
Was it dope?
It's actually bigger than the other lions.
Oh, it's way bigger. Yeah, it would have to be, right?
Right. But man, that's a hell of a toy. I am super impressed with those new Voltron.
When it's all folded up?
Each of them together is a great little lion toy, but then when they all fit together and make Voltron, it's fucking awesome. And the cool thing is, like...
Is he pleased?
Oh, yeah. So you transform the Black Lion, and as soon as you transform him, something inside of that toy knows that it's time to make Voltron, right? So the voice comes out, and it's Shiro, and he's like, let's form Voltron.
It's a voice?
Yeah, and so it's like, Red Lion. And so then you have to transform the Red Lion, and you put him on, and you hear Keith like, Red Lion in place, and it's like it's a whole little animated thing that you hear.
What?
Yeah.
Well, does the Red Lion have its own battery?
Yeah, and there's metal connectors, so when you tap them in, he knows. He'll be like, still waiting for you, Lance, or whatever, like...
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I had no idea. I would have been perfectly happy to put the lions together.
Exactly, right?
That would have been perfectly acceptable to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I turned 40 this year, and I'm hoping I get some of those lions for my birthday. Like
the premium lions?
Yeah, I was a little jealous.
We got Uprising. One of my notes here just says strip. That's not helpful at all.
No, it's not.
World War II and Switch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be fun to go back. I'm ready to play another game. Like they definitely took a break there, and they needed to.
Oh,
It was all they made for a long time. It's just,
Oh yeah, and they came up with. I mean, the Modern Warfare. I really liked those games,
yeah.
and the Black Ops had some really cool story stuff too. I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
the second one was really good
Yeah.
from a campaign perspective.
But I enjoy that setting. I mean, I guess that's bad that like it's a war, but like like I like those movies. I like movies set in that.
Oh yeah, I
I
think.
find the whole thing very fascinating. Like
But-
we took that trip out to Normandy when we were over there, and I was just blown away.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, you were basically stunned by it, right?
Yeah, I cried on that beach like with everybody else that was in our group. Just fucking bawled. It's interesting the idea that they would be introducing it to a generation that
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's true. Think about how far that goes back. Like, think about how many
Band of
was that-
Brothers.
I was gonna say, well, there's going to be a lot of people who are big COD fans that weren't there for those first
Right.
few,
yeah,
those first few PC games.
yeah,
Like Call of Duty. Like I was playing Call of Duty and Call of Duty 2. Like that was a long time ago.
yeah.
Like
they
how,
are-
like legit. Like how long ago was Call of Duty 2? Right.
I don't know. I have no idea. You're the
Right.
one with the computer.
Yeah, I mean the one that I remember playing a lot of online was Call of Duty 2, I think.
Yeah.
And that's 2005.
Wow. Yeah. More than a decade.
Yeah, so that I mean, obviously I remember it very well.
Sure.
That was the game where we got rid of our handles. We played
Yeah,
with,
we with Private Krahulik.
we played with actual names
Yeah.
and ranks.
Yeah.
And then, for good performance, occasionally we would give ourselves
Yeah.
promotions. And they didn't have any real effect,
No.
but we felt better.
We felt better. Yeah. 12, 13 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah, so that's a long ass fucking time.
Yeah.
So they'd be able to do that in a very different, like they were amazing at the time. Like I
Yeah.
remember that technology, especially on PC.
Right.
There was a lot fucking going on. There was so many people, so many models. I'd never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And then of course but that laid all the groundwork for their cinematic shit later.
Mhm.
It jumped from Moha to that. Yeah, I mean, I guess people are still playing Halo. Halo sort of moved through that middle period, but Call of Duty is very different. Like from game to game,
Oh, it's much different than Halo. Yeah.
the settings are different, and all the especially in multiplayer,
Yeah.
they're always trying to put some crazy shit. I thought Blops had the coolest multiplayer toys.
You mean the kits that you would?
Well, the kits, like you'd call down these scary ass robots.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's the stuff I liked. I liked how dangerous
Yeah.
some of these weird things were, and I thought it had really good industrial design too.
Did. Yeah. The kill streak rewards. Those were good. I wonder if they'll still have that in the multi.
Yeah, I mean, what do they do? Because so many of those toys are enabled by the setting.
Right.
But what does that multiplayer look like there? Honestly, now I'm curious.
Yeah, I mean, do they still have because now they're doing this whole like class thing, right? Where they've got these characters that you play with their specials, and I mean, I wonder if a lot of that will translate over or not.
I was gonna say, but that's actually new.
Yeah.
Like what those different types of things mean. And I always played more of the Call of Duty stuff over the Battlefield stuff, just because to me Battlefield can feel anonymous.
I think Battlefield's too big.
I think that's part of it,
Yeah,
right?
for me.
Battlefield 2 was about where I
Yeah.
fell out of that one. Then I started playing the mods, which I thought brought things down to much tighter scales,
Mhm.
and those were really cool.
All right. Well, what are we gonna do here? We've got you having a Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
I do. God, I do have it. Do you have your Switch?
I brought it. Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah, I love playing it. And I'm playing Mario Kart, and then Noah comes in. He's like, "Hey, can I play?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Here, take this controller."
Yeah.
I just hand him one of the controllers.
Just pull it off. Like
Yeah.
when I've done it. I do that anytime somebody sees it.
Mhm.
It's like so rote now. So let's make
Yeah.
them. Oh, is that the Switch? Yeah. What's different about it? Oh, here you go. And they're whoa. It's like
Kapow!
yeah. It'd be like pulling off your arm
Yeah.
and just being like, all right, now you use this one, and then I'll
I'll use this arm.
Yeah, it's insane. Like you don't expect that. You don't expect that type of utility.
Yeah.
It's just weird. But no, being able to just unfold it and play the snipper clip is really interesting.
Yeah.
I've already played the levels, but
But your family hasn't.
yeah, exactly. So I reel it in a little bit. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
how do we
Yeah.
do this? I've
I'm
never s-
mystified.
Yeah, exactly. I guess we have to form this shape. Let's try snipping.
Yeah.
With clipping clippers. God, it's hard not to touch it.
hmm
It's hard not to feel it. Got the stand.
I'm telling you, man, wait till you fly with it.
Do you have any carts?
I do have a couple carts.
I'm not sure I'll ever have any carts.
I got Zelda as a cart just because I was there buying everything, and so I bought it.
Yeah.
And then when I went to try Bomberman, I got it as a cart.
Yeah, I don't think I am. I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be like the DS. Like my 3DS is just a massive fucking
SD card.
SD.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna have another fucking huge ass cart,
hmm
and that's what's going on. It'll be all digital store all the time.
Yeah. Did you even grab Zelda?
No,
Oh yeah.
no, I mean, I've played it a ton.
Right.
Like I know, I got in super late. I know just about everything about it. Now, is it possible that there would be a DLC play or something like that? Like I can come back in later
Yeah.
if there's been any updates and I can check out some new stuff. That's possible. I think the kids would love it.
Yeah. Well,
They've
that's
never
what I was
seen.
gonna
They
say.
have never seen anything like that. I
Yeah.
guarantee it.
I wonder if Elliot would take to Zelda.
He might.
Yeah.
Ronya might. That's been the craziest thing is watching Ronya just get hooked on it. She thinks it's the coolest shit.
Yeah.
Just her paws are on there nonstop.
Well, it's the perfect size. Those little Joy-Cons are.
Well, no, exactly, right?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the size of the Joy-Con. They're fine.
Yeah.
But
We have tiny hands like a child.
exactly. But for Ronya,
Mhm.
for Ronya and Elliot, they are perfect,
Right.
right? What I'm trying to do, it doesn't need them obviously right now. That doesn't have to be the focus, but I'll be really happy
Mhm.
when it has the video apps too.
Yeah. It's glaring that it does not have like Netflix and Hulu, and
Well, and part of it is just the tablet form factor.
I expect to be able to watch my shows
It-
on any tiny screen I have.
Yeah, exactly. It
Yeah.
wants it. It wants it bad. And the reality is that at my house, the Wii U is actually our video device.
Mm,
Like Hulu, Netflix, like the Amazon
it's all on there.
Video, like
Yeah.
not an Xbox or a PlayStation. Like the Wii U somehow became our video device.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I know there is a pipeline for that stuff to happen. But honestly, like it's the only thing it's missing.
Yeah. It really is.
Yeah, like I was saying in the post, like the thing about the Switch is that it's the only console I have that like the children can steal and hide in their room. Like the rest of them would be so it would require
Inconvenient. Yeah.
it would require such an effort on their part.
Yeah.
And then even if they stole it, they would need a television.
It
Like
could make it work. Yeah.
yeah, I'd like to do the Switch if we can.
Okay.
Just because right now that's all I can think about.
Yeah. Switch.
God, now I want to get an amiibo. Like I don't. These fucking bastards. Like
I don't even know what I'm gonna do with it.
no, I have no. I'm gonna tap it. Is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tap it right there on the controller.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get driver
Something.
outfits.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess you could get them from Mario Kart. I don't know what they do in there.
It could just be aesthetics, but it's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Yes, finally got a Switch. Wasn't there supposed to be a multiplayer app?
Oh, for voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, isn't it
I
happening
thought
later?
I heard that.
But okay, there's certainly nothing to download.
Well, there's a parental controls app. You can
Yeah, I have
download.
that. I have
Yeah.
that, but there's nothing that.
No, there's no voice chat thing.
Yeah, I remember that. There we go. I think that's later. There we go. Free trial period starts in March. Fall 2017 is when the service actually does it.
And
There we go.
it's going to be pay, right? Isn't that what it is?
That's my understanding, yeah. After the free trial period, most games will require a paid online service subscription from Nintendo. Okay, the reason I'm not seeing it is because it doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, I have to say that I would not pay for the online service I'm currently getting from the Switch.
Oh, no, it's just matchmaking.
Yeah, it's just matchmaking. Their friend inviting stuff is not robust at all. Like I couldn't figure out how.
We have very different expectations about,
Yeah,
I mean, coming from PC and then from Xbox Live.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was a big differentiator between Xbox Live on the 360 and the PS3. Like there was no like
Xbox Live was a million
no,
times better.
and then PS4 somehow figured it out,
yeah,
right? And that's what I expected to do.
yeah,
And so if I had that type of feature on here, it'd be different. But here's the key, right? Is planned for fall 2017. Subscribers get to download and play a NES or Super NES game with newly added online play. Oof, for free for a month. I don't know about that. That seems weird. Everybody else is sort of giving you this stuff.
You only get it for a month?
I mean, if I interpret this text correctly.
Oh, I see. They're saying for that month, this is the game everybody gets to play for
Sure.
free.
Online. Well, see, the main thing is the new dedicated smart device app connects to the Switch and lets you invite friends to play online, set play appointments, and chat during online matches, all from your smart device. Some people don't like that. I think that that's cool.
I can't figure out what the advantage of it being on your phone rather than the devices.
I think that the advantage is for them. I think it's like it's a completely separate pipeline.
Yeah.
Also, you could use it even if you didn't have the Switch. I mean, it seems to me like it's sort of like all the social parts of the service are just out here.
Right.
So imagine, you're over here, you're setting up the game,
Mm-hmm.
you're in the lobby or whatever, you just grab your phone, bip, bip. I mean, honestly, I can see that there's a case for this. It's like, I think it'll take some getting used to, like Jackbox, where it's like, oh yeah, my phone that I have in my pocket and I use for everything else is how I do this. You know what I mean?
Right.
But doing the invites and setting the play appointments, like I can see doing that with my thumb very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, that makes sense. It's down here, it's completely purpose built, and it would be uniform. Imagine if the experience was completely uniform for all.
By game to game.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I mean that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I got to see it.
Totally. I mean, they're going to have to prove that because they've never actually charged before, but they've never been trying to do something sophisticated either.
Right.
They have a breakdown here. It's like service subscribers, online gameplay, online lobby and voice chat app, monthly game download, exclusive deals. I don't know what that is. And then down there, it's like non-subscribers. This is a gray dot.
The shaft.
So you can tell that the gray dot implies a lesser value.
Yeah.
You can access the Nintendo eShop. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you can register and manage friends. Nice, awesome.
Okay.
You can access the Nintendo Parental Switch Controls app. Okay. You can share screenshots to social media.
You get access to these nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. They gotta approach that in a different way. I think. I do like it though. I just like to see what that means and how it works. If they keep up with it, if they keep putting out rad shit, and then all that rad shit starts to become easy to jump into and play in multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
That's going back and redoing the classic games with multiplayer is awesome.
Yeah, my dream for the Zelda DLC is it's like a Four Swords thing.
Oh,
yeah, I know, right?
But because it's coming. It's a ways away.
Yeah, I think so.
It could be something big. I mean, if they really want to push their service,
yeah,
right.
That's
That's how you do it. Oh yeah, by the way, here's this other island
right.
that has an adventure for you and your friends.
Right.
Fucking
yes. I want all of us standing on switches.
Well, yeah,
that's all I want.
Well, yeah, break it down. It's like, oh, I got the magnets.
Right. Oh, now I'm using the ice to lift.
Now I'm gonna lift you up and put you to the upper. Like, fucking.
Yeah, I'm hard as a rock right
dude,
now.
Fucking sell it to me.
Yeah.
But again, that's how you that's not impossible. I mean, it requires some heavy lifting.
Sure.
But Breath of the Wild has been done for a while, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have to consult my doctor for an erection lasting more than 4 hours.
Exactly.
If they did that DLC.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about it. It's just like, is it you introduce it to somebody else, or like you're asking me about my experience?
Yeah, it's that.
What's your charger situation? Do you have a USB cable, or you bring
like
the
when I
charger?
take it on the plane?
Anytime. Like
I just plug it into its dock to charge.
Oh, at home, and you haven't run out.
No.
Okay.
You should get one of the Anchor USB-C batteries, though.
Oh, does it have a cable on it?
It comes with a USB-C cable.
Oh, shit.
And then, so that's what I take on the plane.
Oh, man.
It's fucking perfect.
That sounds all right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the Australia. Like, usually I just watch videos.
Oh, yeah.
Usually I watch like 5 movies and then I'm home.
Yeah. Think about the Mario Kart that's going to happen on that plane.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be 24/7. It's going to be that Grand Prix.
Yeah. Is that the next time you fly? No, we'll be flying to Philly.
Yeah. But I'm thinking about the long-ass flights.
Right.
The flights where I really need the medicine.
Yeah, I was thinking if it was like, I don't know, two of us outside with our Switches.
I'm with you so far.
Like the idea that we can take them and be outside, but not have to be experiencing the outside.
It's a protection.
Yeah.
It has a prophylactic.
Yeah, I almost took it to Noah's flag football game on on Sunday, and I saw Kara's look as I went towards it, and I knew that I should not take it.
And you put it back in its cradle?
I did.
Good.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. But like the first hour of it is just practice, which I could have easily played some Tetris or something.
So many
In
games.
the second hour, obviously, I would pay attention to the football game.
I believe. Listen.
Yeah, I mean, I know that you I'm not trying to convince you.
prove anything to me. Same page.
Yeah.
No, I would definitely put that to work. I brought it out because I was out with Eric to work on C-Team shit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it's not exactly like Google Glass.
Oh,
But if you, it's like now people have your smartphone, they sort of get that.
yeah.
Everybody's using it. Like after I dropped off Ronya, I went back into my car. I was checking my mail and my phone, and I looked around, and it's like every car around me has another person on their phone in their car.
Oh, yeah. That's what everybody does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, yeah, this is the world we've made.
You still feel a little weird though with the Switch.
Yeah, I was right now, just a
Yeah.
period. It's like if you constantly have a surveillance device attached to your eye,
Yeah.
people are like, I'm being surveilled.
Yeah, I think the thing with the phone, like when I'm on my phone somewhere, I feel like, oh, I could be reading my mail, I could be reading the news. I mean, maybe I'm just playing a game, but nobody knows. Whereas if I have this dedicated machine, it's very obvious that I'm just playing like woohoo is coming out and coin sounds.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, exactly. You set up a PC and a monitor and a
Right.
mouse pad and a keyboard.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, okay, that's antisocial for whatever reason.
I guess.
And so,
But they say it like that's a bad thing.
yeah, but you crack this thing out. It's like I'm literally at the bar. Let's put this thing out and set it up in front of me. Now I'm fucking playing Mario
video
Kart.
games.
Yeah, well, with obviously with Eric,
Sure.
right? Everybody's got their controllers and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it feels a little bit weird. Maybe it won't eventually. I mean, maybe eventually you'll be able to wear a full VR rig and no one will give a shit. But we're not there yet.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
Wear
ways
your
away.
VR cocoon to the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Just make sounds. But yeah, just like the inside outside aspect. I feel like there might be a case.
Yeah.
There might be a
taking it
strip
places.
Yeah. Ultimately, there might. I mean, right now, I'm thinking mostly about the form factor.
Yeah.
It could also be about Mario Kart 2 directly.
I know we've had some good Mario Kart strips over the years.
What's funny is that there's things about Mario Kart that you find just like morally reprehensible,
Mm-hmm.
but it hasn't stopped you. You still play.
Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of the same stuff that I hate about Mario Party, but it's fun to play.
Just the base interaction.
Yeah, the base interaction, like getting those sparks around turns and like lining up shots. It's fun. Like you can definitely get fucked. Being good at that game actually is not the best. Like if you want to succeed, you need to be in the back most of the time.
Yeah, and
until
then
the
that
very
last round 3, the music
Yeah.
speeds up. It's trying to tell you something
That feeling
important.
of being in first and then getting hit with 3 red shells and the electricity.
It's
and
real.
and then you go to 12th in the last 10
Yeah,
feet.
you get shocked while you're jumping over the thing and you fall in the water. Like,
Right.
this is rude.
Yeah. And somebody shits on you as they jump over.
I haven't seen that yet. Maybe
It's
that's
new.
in that's in deluxe.
To deluxe, yeah. You can make your car shit. And each character has like Donkey Kong shit, obviously.
Oh yeah, watch out.
That's a big shit.
It's volume at that
Yeah.
point. It's about volume.
Well, I know we did that comic where because I was thinking no matter what happens, you still have to come back into that room and all you can say is like, get him next time.
Yeah,
nice job.
You got to support it. But I need them to bring back this double dash shit too.
Yeah.
I can't live if living is without double dash.
That'd be a good song.
You know what I mean? Well, it's something I'm working on. Like it's
Yeah.
not like it's not done, but
It's good though.
yeah. I mean, it's a good start. It could go somewhere. But yeah, I want to subscribe to it as a service. I want to give them ideas or whatever, but
Yeah.
they could. I mean, they have what it takes to just keep it.
Yeah, I mean, it should be like LOL or Heroes, right? Like, it should be one of the things where they just, over time, release new characters and
Yeah.
new game types. And
Yeah.
It should be a service.
It doesn't have to stop,
right.
right?
You don't have to wait for Mario Kart 9.
No. It can just be rad the whole time.
Yeah.
It has the internal storage,
Mhm.
right? Great place for content.
But yeah, if you're, like, out at a bar
Yeah.
and you, like, Taika would go to a bar with it.
Oh, absolutely. I
And-
literally just did.
Yeah, and then it's like, hey, bringing a video game system to a bar. It's kind of rude. You're just sitting there all by yourself. Interrupting me while I'm playing Mario Kart. It's kind of fucking rude. And then you break a bottle and just glass him.
The other way is that I could offer him a controller. I mean, listen, it's both ways are good.
I didn't even. Yeah, that was never even an option. I could not see that future. I only saw the glassing.
It's like I feel a little bad, but not so bad that I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh man, is this a Switch? Yeah. Isn't this the thing where you let a bunch of people around you play? Yeah. You gonna do that? No.
Yes, everybody can play. There's like 2 controllers on there.
Can't you give me one of those controllers? I could.
There's a universe. There's a universe where that is possible.
Yeah. Oh man, look, this guy's got one of them new Nintendos.
So I love the idea that it's like, yeah, you can just pull off one of those controllers.
We could all play, right? Theoretically.
Yeah, it's like it can bring people together, but you have to.
It almost feels like Gabe would be the asshole there one. Like he would go.
Yeah, exactly. The problem is that he wouldn't go to a.
He would never go out. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be in a bar.
Yeah.
It can actually be anywhere, right?
Yeah, they could be out at the park or whatever.
A picnic table.
Yeah. Yeah, if Gabe and Taika were both at on a picnic table with their Switches out.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I see it too.
Why would you come to a park just to play video games? Why would you walk over here just to be a dick?
Why would you walk over here just to get murdered?
Good strip.
What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Well, I'll see you guys later.
Well, I'll see you guys later.
What? What do you mean?
What? What's wrong with you? Why would you guys come to a park just to play video games? What's wrong with you? Why would you walk up to a couple strangers just to get murdered? What? What?
Just the faces.
Yeah. He's like, what? And Gabe's like, what? All right, well, I'll see you guys later.
No, cool. Well, I'll see you guys. I guess I'll see you guys later.
I'll see you later. I'm gonna kill you.
What? What?
What? But then the guy leaves and maybe Taiko's like, well handled.
I'll give you a high five in a second. Do you end it with that? It has to have some kind of a cap, doesn't it?
Maybe,
right?
Maybe.
It really depends on what he says.
Yeah.
And like how it looks and feels.
Yeah, it can feel very awkward.
Yeah. To be threatened with murder, yes. Why would you walk over here just to get murdered? What? Yeah, I mean, it's just like how awkward do you do it? Like, is it more awkward if there is speech, or is it less? Is it more awkward if it's everybody just doesn't quite know what's happening?
It got escalated, so yeah.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that uncomfortable space. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen in there.
Yeah,
bad stuff.
Yeah,
right. No, I'm not sure there's any more text.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
We need to picture what happens in that time period, but I'm not sure there's any text.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Gabe looks up in the second panel and says his line. And the last one, he's looking back down. He's returned to play. They're both just playing their game again now. And the other person's just like standing there.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think the 2 lines happen in frame 1.
I think so, yeah.
And then you have the look. It could be both of them looking too.
Oh, yeah. Have them both look up. Yeah. I think I can sell that.
But what's frame 3?
Right. So they
I
both
know
look
you
up.
can murder too.
Yeah, so they both look up. Yeah, do they both look back down, or do they both...
or does something happen to their expressions?
Yeah.
Just the face. The faces in frame 2, I love.
Yeah.
So do they? Does it escalate beyond that, or does the person have some other? Like, is it time for them to go?
Yeah.
I'll just give you that note there for frame 2.
I mean, it could be scary, like crazy smiles.
It doesn't have to be realistic either.
Right.
I mean, it can be surreal.
Bizarre.
Right. I'm not sure it is. I had to investigate it.
Gabe just flipping him off.
I'm not saying that we should do it, but this would be a very interesting, like, 6-panel,
Yeah.
like the claw shrimp.
Claw shrimp. Yeah.
I'm not sure that it warrants it, but if it's about that moment,
Yeah. Oh, drag it out.
yeah, I don't think that it ranks it. I'm just trying to understand the time scale.
Yes, I think if you do a beat in the middle there,
Yeah, with
they're
the faces.
looking up.
Yeah.
The last one, he's like, turn you into a rug.
Does Kid maintain the threat?
Yeah. I was wondering if it escalates there. Guys are crazy. I'll turn you into a rug.
Yeah. The reality is that anything could happen in the frame. It doesn't even have to be in the same place.
Yeah. I keep seeing this, like them that they're looking, and then their face is just sort of
No, me too.
like I think it's
keep seeing it too.
maintained.
I keep seeing it too.
Yeah.
Something has to shift, right?
I think that they maintain, maybe even harden a little bit, and he softens and is like scared in that last one.
I think it could be that when you're drawing it,
Yeah.
you'll understand more about it.
Yeah, let's look at those last 2 panels once it's drawn.
Yeah. It could be that there's a piece of text, but I feel like I think there's meat in the surreal.
It could, yeah.
In the surreal frame.
That first panel is the joke. Is
Yeah,
really
exactly.
funny.
And the frame 2 is good too.
Yeah,
But I feel like it might be that there's a visual thing in the third panel
yeah,
that is even weirder and scarier, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But when I cast the pot, it's like I cast the rod, keeping it hard like a motherfucker gas robot.
I'm reeling cod, today's fresh catch. I mean a podcast, something about nets.
Yes, it gets better when it's winter. I'm fettered by my fish gear, catch and release, get in that crease when my fish near.
Talk about a plant best laid off that stray. And yes, I crave that tuna with his peck fin splayed. But while I'm glistening from the whole sea, you better listen into TLC.
I got that wild caught salmon. It's tender and it's moist.
Downloadable content, a podcast of choice.